Okay, so we just had the only just because the last few days we were out in rain. Got the caps open, make sure there's no moisture there. Double check that's clear, safety on. And right, so fortunately today the Aorangi looks like it's just clearing just in time, so the mist is just coming off Mount Ross there. So we're going to head slightly to the left of that and set up an OP for tonight. Okay, so we've just put a bit of a stalk in and got to our area here all set up. We haven't ranged the deer yet, haven't found it through the binos again since it's moved, so it's up in here somewhere. I think it's a fallow though, but it will certainly look to be a red deer up on the hill earlier, but I don't know where that's gone to, so whatever we're looking at is quite small. Just need to try and find it again. There we go. Right. Just try and get the big camera on that. Just need to find that where that is. Right, just wait one. Just down here somewhere. Okay, we've got the gun back onto the pack. Whilst the magazine's in, I don't hardly ever run bullets in the magazine. So in the fully unloaded state, I pretty much just hand feed all my rounds now on these days. I don't want any bullet tip picking up if I'm hastily loading a round and damaging the polymer tips. So not that I usually do that, but if a deer walks out in front of me, I just hand feed round in and let one fly. So we're on the move to a new OP. We're going to stop at the next OP for about maybe 10-15 minutes. Have another quick glass, so it's 2:45, and we have deer out and about, so won't potentially be going too far today, but those showers and clag are proving a little bit problematic. I see the rangefinder doesn't work going through clag, so we were trying to get through about 4 or 5k, but we'll just have to play it by ear and see what the weather deals to us. Okay, what a bit of a kernel cluster that's been. So found a fallow deer, 284 metres. Got a bit of wind coming through, then the clag comes, the deer walks off. So can wait here. However, I'm only going to get under cover and get under some canopy in about a k and a half. This was supposed to be clearing, but shit happens. It's summer at least. Well, it's supposed to be summer. But yeah, look, we're nice and warm. We'll just push through a bit further. Get through to our blind. I was wanting to go further north to see what we can see. But yeah, so 2 deer seen already, and it's only about 3:15, I think, or maybe 3:30. 3:15. So we'll keep pushing through. It's good to see the deer are out, but we just need to make sure we don't get cold. So pants are soaking wet. Probably should have put the trousers on in hindsight, or wet weather trousers, but is what it is. We'll bash through and enjoy some gore shortly, and then have hot brew once we get through to the blind. So we're all dialed up for, I think it's 360 metres. Dial up there, I think the solution is called for 3.1, which is the clearing, the edge of the clearing. The deer is this side, so we're just going to have to wait and hopefully it feeds out into that. But yeah, it's got blonde clag coming through. Binos are fogged up, it's so wet, but it is what it is. So we'll just sit tight and be patient. Hopefully get to use the tripod for the first time, and hopefully get to send a pill down range. So I just have to wait out this deer. So I've sat here for, gosh, around 10-15 minutes. fleeting glances of the deer, and then it disappears again. So it's hard. Kind of missed it on the clearing there, so that's all good. Sorry, I missed taking the opportunity for a shot on the clearing. Busy glassing us, we're looking at the whole area. So weather's slowly improving. Obviously still a fraction of rain, but that clag is slowly lifting, so we will move around to the other blind. There is actually another OP in about 200 metres, so we'll head there for start to see if that deer shows itself. From the other vantage point, it provides a far better shooting platform, sort of for about 180 degrees. So we'll move around there. We'll just reset this so we don't make a rookie mistake. And we also need to eject that round. Righty ho, make gun safe. Safety on, check the bolt, and then we're good to go. So I won't put on the big camera, sort of shares coming in and out, but that little pimple there just came left slightly. There's a deer in the bushes there, actual fact just down a little bit, down about here. It's a ridgeline shot, so its head comes out every now and then, part of its body. And so if I took that shot, that's quite dangerous because I've got nothing to catch that bullet apart from farmland or unknown what dockland that's behind that. And then we've just got the car park just where the finger was roughly. So I saw it skylined on the ridge, walking down those trees, and the last 15 minutes just stopped there. So I can't at all shoot that, and I'm not going to climb back up there. The wind's in my favour, but likely it's going to stay in those bushes or feed down well. Okay team, so we just dialed up on a deer. Okay, so that was 595 metres, 4 mile an hour crosswind. Ballistic solution called for 9.3 up and 0.09 right. I think I went half MOA right because the wind's a little bit more wind down range. Had a definite impact, so you hear that on camera. We would have heard that on camera, and we heard that here. Deer's limped off, hasn't just dropped, unfortunately. Good thing is we've been across there before, so we know where we're going. It's down quite a bit further, and there's actually a second deer there as well, so we'll have a look for that. I'll show you how we did the ballistic calculation shortly. Okay, so looks like someone else has been here since the last time I visited, which was probably about a month ago. So we've got one deer, very similar place to where I shot the last one. So over in here, oops, I think that's right, over in there where the 600 metres shot with a 328, just dropped one. I need to come down about another 100 metres. Pretty much just follow that drop off around. So good thing is I've got that all GPS'd. Probably have stayed here a little bit long, but is what it is. So we'll punch down in here, across the pine tree, up, and we'll give you some commentary on the way. So yeah, geez, one of the boys, I think it was Yayo, said to me, what sheet this GPS coordinate with, that he saw someone else in here. So yeah, obviously someone else done a bit of cutting, so all good. So this blind will be quite easy to find now with how much stuff's been cut away. It's a bit of a bugger. But anyway, enough chatting. We've got a decoy on over to the other side. It's going to be about 45-50 minutes getting there. It'll be last light if not dark. Heck, a lot easier going when the bloody gun's not strapped to your peg. So just smash through here. Just gonna make sure I don't lose my way, because this is quite easy to take the wrong turn. so we're going to punch down through here. Just going to make sure I follow the GPS coordinates I've got, otherwise it gets to quite a steep drop off. And further down the creek here it just becomes pretty much almost, not a chasm, but steep sides that quite difficult to punch out of. So yeah. Alright, so that was a little bit slow going with the spring growth. So with the pine tree, pretty much just punch up through our plotted trail, and then things get a little bit easier from now on, particularly once we're on the ridgeline. So we'll catch you once we're there. Okay, so we're on top of the ridge. We've got a very sort of vague trail to follow, and I think we've got 70 metres to run before we need to stay quite high and contour around to the creek, and then drop down to the pine tree, we'll say possibly a little bit above the pine tree this time, and get down to that clearing, and hopefully we've got that fallow deer there. Alrighty ho, so we've had a blooming good look around, scouting for about 10-15 minutes, and yeah, got no blood, no deer. It's been raining, so yeah, pretty gutted. Just had to review the footage and see why that didn't just drop straight away. So it's taken quite a while to get here, and it's actually quite gnarly getting here with some sort of ridge lines that fall away on each side. So probably be an hour and a half before we back down the creek. It doesn't take long once we're back in the creek to get up on the main trail, and then probably a good hour and a quarter, hour and a half to get back to the truck. We've just got to see whether or not we pick up that 6-point head tonight. It's already quite late, so yeah, absolutely gutted. Anyway, that's the brakes. Right, we'll catch you on the way out. Rightio, so we're back down to where we crossed and went up. Bit of a bugger, we don't have a deer with us, and so this time we'll take a slightly lower route, but still try and go on that scree slope because it's the best area to go across. That'd be a bit of fun by night, trying to navigate back across that, but all good. Righty-ho team, so it is about 2:45 or 2:50, and I've got some more vehicles in the car park. So on this trip we've seen an absolute truckload of deer. It's been pretty bloody cool actually. So yeah, so I've met up with the guy recently, or he reached out to me, Yo. He's on the blind tonight with his uncle. Didn't bother going back up, otherwise be wasting quite a bit more energy just going up to the blind and then coming back down again. But yeah, geez, it's going to be about 5:15 when I touch back down to Wellington. So sorry team, we don't have a deer down on this trip. But if you do like what you see, like and subscribe. Join the channel, and then you'll see some more hunts. We might give it a little bit of a break at the moment, and I need to go and shoot my reloads for this gun and actually re-zero the gun back to 100 meters, and as well as that I need to go and get a chronograph or borrow a chronograph to make sure my speeds are accurate, so not kind of guessing for those long range shots. Just running up through here. There we go.